Good morning everyone, welcome back to another vlog. Welcome to Paris, welcome to a tour of my 25 square metre studio apartment in the heart of Paris. I'm going to start by showing you around what is probably my favourite thing about the apartment, and that is the area that it is in. So we're in the 5th arrondissement of Paris, which is really famous for the Jardin de Luxembourg. This is a place that I absolutely love to come and sit and enjoy, and Hope loves it too. Ernest Hemingway used to live here. Apparently he used to catch pigeons in the park because he couldn't afford any food. Other than that, the area is full of really beautiful cafes, so many nice places, and it's really famous for its bookshops as well. It has a long-standing literary history, which is one of my favourite things about it, and one of the reasons that I chose to live here as a writer. I absolutely love being surrounded by books. It's a really old part of Paris, full of old cobbled streets and general Parisian gorgeousness. There are loads of really beautiful squares and fountains. So let's go to my place. Behind an old style Parisian door, not exactly this one, but it's not dissimilar, is my apartment. This is the entryway. It's recently been renovated, which I'm really grateful for, and it's very typical of an old style Parisian building entryway. At the top of the stairs is my studio. I really love the staircase. I love that it's old style, that it's wooden, and I feel very, very grateful to have a lift in the apartment building. So when it came to actually designing the space, the brief that I gave myself was based on the life that I envisaged, how my dream life looked in my Parisian studio. So I wrote a list of these things, and then I designed the apartment around them. We'll start with the kitchen, which is on one side of the wall just as you walk in. I feel like it's a really nice sized kitchen for a studio apartment, especially for one person. Because it isn't a huge kitchen, I try and keep everything in the cupboards to a minimum, so I only like to have things that I actually need and use. I find it to be the perfect size space for cooking, and it's also Hope's eating area as well. I definitely don't feel short on cupboard space, and I have an oven as well as dishwasher, which again feels very luxurious. Having a place to cook nourishing meals is really important and something that I'm trying to prioritize in my life right now. On the opposite side of the wall is what I have zoned as the dining area where the table is. I love this space because of the view from the window. It's very, very special. The light that comes through this window is so beautiful. So it made sense to put the table right there in front of it and decorate this area as beautifully as possible. This table isn't just for eating. Because it's such a small space, everything has to be as multi-purpose as possible. This is also the area where I work, where I sit at my laptop and type, and it's also where I do a lot of daydreaming, which is very normal and necessary for creatives. I also like to sit here and journal in the mornings as well. This vlog is sponsored by Aura. Aura is a new mindfulness app that won the Best of Apple Award and is used by 7 million people. Building a mindfulness habit is helped by creating a space to center in, but guidance is also key. Otherwise, it's hard to know where to begin. Whether it's a quick 5-minute meditation with my Aura app or hour-long session, I see mindfulness as my medicine. It keeps me grounded, present, and has dramatically reduced my anxiety. I love that Aura isn't a one-size-fits-all like other apps. There's so much variety and personalisation. It knew exactly which guys I'd like, and I can find endless tracks I love, which makes using it simple and easy. You can get started for free on Aura's website using my special link in the description. The first 500 people get a free trial and an exclusive 25% off. I'm excited to hear what changes for you. Next to the dining area is my bedroom area, which is so important. This is where I love to read and relax and also watch films as well. It's designed very, very simply for a peaceful night's sleep. The duvet is oversized and the sheets are linen for a very sensual and romantic feel. I like to use keywords in terms of design. I do this for my wardrobe and I also do it for my interiors. In terms of the apartment, the 3 keywords that I've used to choose everything that is in there in terms of interior design are simple, French, and romantic. Opposite the bed is this storage area. This is where my wardrobe is, where all my clothes are kept and organised. I have this hanging area for longer pieces like dresses, and then I have an area for shoes underneath that. I did actually change these door handles from wood to brass to elevate and give it a more luxurious feel. I like to store things in baskets and I like to organise clothing according to categories and materials. This is also where Hope should sleep as well, though she tries to sneak on the bed most nights. It was really important to me to have an area for my books. As I said, I love to be surrounded by books and I really love to have my books on display. I like to arrange them with the spines facing out, which is a little bit controversial, but I assure you, I know my books and I can put my hands on exactly the one I want within seconds. I've also added a few details to this area for styling. There isn't really an entryway as such, but I have done my best to try and create a very small one with this wooden peg rail. I have a basket here for things like keys and headphones, but I rarely actually hang anything here, it's more for aesthetic. The bathroom sits behind the kitchen and feels large for Parisian studio standards. It does have a window, which makes it feel really, really light. There's a shower in here, which I've added eucalyptus to give a spa-like feel, and my washing machine lives in here as well. It's a very clean and simple space, so I've added a few details to make it feel more styled and more individual to me, to personalise it a little bit. I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my studio. I hope it's given you some inspiration for small space living and designing a space around your dream life as opposed to feeling the need to follow the status quo.